One of the questions we get asked the most online is, what are the best skate shoes for wide-footed people? And since shoe models are constantly changing and shoes are coming and going, we figured we needed to do an updated answer to this question. Hey, my name's Levi, this is Shred Shop connecting you to skateboarding, and today we're talking about the 9 best wide shoes for skate guys.
Oh yeah, I had big feet. You know what they say about a guy with big feet.
We talked to a few brands, reps, and salespeople, and we asked them what is the best brand or type of shoe if you have these chubby little hooves for feet. If you have a wide foot and you're watching this, make sure first you send us feet pics, but then after that, make sure you comment below and let us know what the best shoe that you found that works for those big old paddles you got on the bottom of your legs. But actually let us know, we need a resource for all the other people with the big feet. There's obviously a bunch of different versions of wide feet. Not every two are the same. You know, some people got wide in the middle, some people got wide in the heels, weird like that. Sometimes people got wide toe box, or even just like one really big toe, or they got really big bunions, or you just have a bad case of gout. It's important to note that this list is in no particular order. Again, just because you have ugly feet doesn't mean that you're not loved. Number 9, the Vans Skate High. This one is recommended pretty much by everyone as a staple for wide-footed skateboarders. I know a lot of people think, you know, oh, Vans, they don't fit wide, but this specific shoe is wider than a lot of skate shoes on the market. This also is a really good priced option if you're comparing it to a lot of the other wide skate shoes on the market. As well, it has the Ultra Cush insoles, the Duracap around the toe, and the 6-stick rubber. So there's a lot of tech in there too. While we're on the topic of Vans, another really good wide option for Vans is the Kyle Walker Pro version 1. This is also a lot different than a skate high because it's a low, but it's also a cup sole, so there's a lot more padding around your foot. Number 8, the Asics Japan Pro. This is a brand new one for this list because Asics just dropped their skateboarding line. They did a great job with this, and it's only available at core skateboard shops. The Japan Pro has been a really popular model for people because it has a really roomy toe box. Around the ankle, there isn't a ton of extra room, but then at the front, there's a lot of room in the toe box. They're also amazing to skate straight out the box with a medium cup sole that's honestly super grippy. They have a nice mix of comfort and protection, but also a great amount of board feel. Also on the topic of Asics, the Vic NBD has had a lot of great reviews by people with really wide feet. Like extra wide, like 100 each. Number 7, the New Balance 480 Wides. New Balance might be the brand that is doing the most for the wide people with wide feet. They have a bunch of models out there that are popular with wide-footed skaters. And they're the only skate shoe brand on the market that has a full line of wide-footed shoes. Currently, you can get the 272, the 574, the 440, and the 480 all in wide options. They're all 2E wide, which makes them approximately 4 millimeters wider than the average skate shoe. They've been super popular out the gate. We always sell out of them. And there's been rumors that maybe New Balance is gonna expand that line of wide options. It's good to note that if your local skate shop doesn't have any of the wide option New Balance shoes in their store, you can take a look at the New Balance 1010 or the 480, as the original versions have a pretty wide toe box. Number 6, the S OG XLs. Let's be honest, this might be the most iconic skate shoe of all time. Well, at least it's the most legendary skateboard shoe of the 2000s, being worn by legends like Eric Costin, Tom Penny, Ardo Sari, PJ Ladd, and P-Rod. A lot of these OG skate shoes were just built on a wider last, and a lot of the older skate shoes were just plain bulkier. So these are a great option for a wide foot as long as you don't mind a bit of a bulkier shoe with a wider, beefier tongue. And unless you're Corey Duffel, you can't ride skin-tight pants with these shoes. Number 5, the Converse One Star. This is another popular vulcanized option for someone that wants a wider shoe with a thinner sole. It's also good to note that a lot of the vulcanized shoes will pack out and stretch out a lot more than cup soles because cup soles naturally have more structure to them. Another popular shoe with the big bird feet people is the Converse Weapons. Although they've been discontinued out of the skate line, you can get them in their regular line. I mean, you could probably find some suede versions of them floating around the non-skate line. Number 4, the Globe Mahalo. If you feel like venturing into down under in the world of Globe, then there's a lot of love online with the wide people. They're pretty basic looking shoe with a nice wide toe box. Number 3, the Nike SB Dunks. This is a shoe that you either love or you hate, but it's definitely a shoe that's become really popular in the wide foot forums. It's not super wide, but it's definitely roomy, so it's not gonna cramp your feet. They come in a few different versions with a few different fits, even within the SB line. Some with puffier tongues and some even with less padding. And they have a nice protective cup sole if you want a lot of firm shoe underneath your foot. The only problem with these is that you're gonna have to fight the nerds that go online and buy raffles, or the ones who stand outside the store that resell sneakers and they don't care about shoes. Besides money. All they care about is just money. It's just money, more money. No skateboarding. Another option with Nike SB is the Leo Baker shoe that they have there. A lot of wide-footed people tend to love this shoe. Again, it's a nice cup sole option with a lot of structure and support, but still has board feel. And the owner says that they look good on foot. Number 2, Etnies. The Etnies Marana or the Etnies Chris Joslin shoe. You know what's funny? They're interchangeable. I can't tell them apart, and neither can you.
Same, but different.
Etnies has a lot of options for people with wide feet, with the classic puffy skate shoe that you either love or you hate. They honestly just have a nice comfortable sole with a decent amount of padding up top. And a perk, they come with the Etnies famous Michelin soles that are really famous for their grip and their durability. Number 1, last but not least, the Adidas Forum shoes. These, like the Vans Skate Highs, show up on pretty much every single list for good fitting wide skate shoes. These ones come in a low top and a high top option. They're a nice thick cup sole and they're a really wide fitting shoe. This is a shoe that people with really wide feet, we're talking like wider than they are long, like you know what I'm talking about. For those people, this is the shoe of choice. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Levi, this is Shred Shop Connect You to Skateboarding, and you just watched the 9 best wide shoes for wide people. Also, let us know below, if you're a wide-footed dude, what is the shoe that you're wearing? Which one do you love? Why do you love it? Which one do you hate? Why do you hate it? And should Polar make big boys but for shoes, like for feet? Listen, if you tried all these and your feet still don't fit, they're all still too narrow, you might have to venture a little bit out of skateboarding. There's a brand called Splay. They make 5E wide skate shoes. Well, skate shoes, like shoes that look like skateboarding shoes, and they're gonna be good for you. That's the one to try. Let us know how many E's you are. Stay tuned for comment of the week. Oh, we got a spicy one for you, my guys. It's by SJohn8729. He said, I'm from Australia. I've been watching for the last few years, except for the last 10 months or so, because I was locked up and only had just gotten out now to catch up on videos. Anyways, we had some companies from Australia that had good decks like Kiwala and Boom, especially Boom decks. They were really good for their pops. Okay, if you've ever been to jail or done any crimes you've been convicted of, let us know in the comments. We want to know specifics and we want to hear more about it. S. John, bud, you just opened up a big can of worms and we love you for it.